Hey guys, what's up? This is Akira. I'm back again. So, my next topic, the next artist that I want to talk about, and it's been really bothering me like for the past couple of years that this artist is another artist that's so talented. She's one of the artists that paved the way for this generation. But as once again, as I said, when it comes to making an impact and your legacy is being, well, trying to be tarnished by the public, and people act like you didn't do anything or change the game or whatever, then you're gonna have to let people know. So right now, today, this video will be my love and my respect and my dedication for Lil Kim, the original Black Barbie, the queen of rap, the queen of hip hop. So class is in session. Alright guys, we already know Kim, she's on her Bad Boy reunion tour with Diddy, Mace, and the Bad Boy family. And I really love that Kim is getting herself back out in the game. You know, she's still holding it down. She's still holding her own. And after like, what, 20 years in the game, she is still one of the coldest rappers of her time. Especially of her being in a woman, because we already know the industry is a male-dominant industry. And women, you know, they have, you know, at times they have it difficult to get their art and get their vision to be recognized and acknowledged, you know. But Lil Kim is one of those artists that she paved the way for a lot of rappers, women rappers, female rappers, however you want to call it. I've always looked at Kim as one of the unique and one of the most innovative rappers of her time, because Kim really came out in a time where like hip hop, you know, it was dominating very frequently, and people were embracing it more. I mean, hip hop, it started, like, I would say hip hop started to really come through like during the late 1970s to the early 1980s. Like, you would have like let's see, I know like Grandmaster, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I really want to like some artists right now, like I wouldn't say at the top of my head, but I know that hip hop, by the time it got to the 90s, that's when it was like booming and expanding. You had people like, you know, Biggie, you know, you had Tupac, you know, you had like Diddy and Rakim, and you had like Heavy D, and you know, a lot of the, you know, legends, like they were coming through, they were like thriving and dominating in that field. For women, it was like another story, because women, I mean, in society, people want to give women a hard time because it's been that way for years. Like, women, they're viewed as, you know, they just have to like take care of the household by doing the cooking and cleaning and all that. But when it comes to like standing on their own 2 feet, being independent, going after their dreams, having ambition, it's like some people, they get their feathers ruffled, which I don't give a crap, because, you know, seriously, people, it's 2016. Wake the fuck up, okay? This is not 1950 something. It's not 1940 something. You still want to live in that. I'm not knocking nobody down, that still want to take care of the children and household and hold it down for the household, and while the man is the breadwinner. I'm not knocking y'all for that, because listen, it depends like who you are as a person. I'm not knocking it down, but I just don't like when people give women a hard time. The women that choose to go out, be independent, stand on their own feet, they give them a hard time, which I think is bullshit. But anyway, yeah. So Kim, she came into the scene like in like the early 90s. Like, she was like this underground rapper, and like everybody knew her from like Brooklyn, but that's where she grew up at, in New York. Like, all her family, all her folks. So she was into like rapping, and she was into like music, because, you know, her family, like, they, you know, exposed her to listening to like, you know, the 70s music, because she was born in 1970 something. I can't remember that at the top of my head, but she was like born in 1970 something. So at that time, she was, you know, exposed to different all kind of artists. She was into like fashion and stuff. And I know, like, I think it was Behind the Music Lil Kim, I saw like one of her inspirations one of her idols is Diana Ross, and she said she loved Diana Ross. She loved how Diana Ross looked. She loved like the way her style, the way she dressed. So she was smitten with Diana Ross, and she will also like I said, you know, imagine herself, you know, being Diana Ross and just, you know, emulating her, and she just grew up, you know, seeing that. And at the time, Diana Ross, you know, she really, like I said, you know, was one of the black female artists that changed the game as well. You know, she was in the fashion, she was an actress, she did music, so she did everything. So Kim, she idolized that, and her goal was to be like that as well, which of course it paid off in the end. So she grew up with that, and then like, you know, she started like rapping and stuff a lot, you know, when she was like in her teenage years, like I guess when she was up in like her adolescence and stuff. So she started rapping, and you know, and all that. And we already know, you know, she met Biggie and Junior Mafia. You already know that's history, because she was one of like the, you know, the few female rappers that held it down. Not only did she held it down for the women, but she held it down for everybody. Kim, pretty much, she is a representation of what it means to be who you are, not give a fuck, not give a shit, and just do the damn thing. Because it's almost like now, as we've seen Kim as we've seen her going through her ups and downs over the years, it's like people still take jabs at her, which I think is really like, it's just, I mean, to me it's almost like, okay, you know, Kim, she may not be your favorite rapper, which is fine. I mean, you don't have to like Kim, and you don't have to like Kim, you know, but you going out your way to say, oh, Kim, you know, she's a has-been and she's washed up, and you know, oh, she killed her career. You know, people love to say, well, artists right now, they killed their career. No, Kim did not kill her career. Kim is still thriving to this day. Kim is still getting endorsements. I mean, well, she's still getting her money, so that's why she's torn. So she's able to take care of Royal Reign. I think that's the name of her daughter. I think that's the name of her daughter. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, like Kim, you know, she got stacks of millions of dollars from touring, from selling out shows, from selling out millions of albums, because people love to come at her album sales. They love to come at Kim. Well, Kim didn't sell a whole bunch of albums. You need to do your research, okay? Kim has a Grammy, and also Kim, pretty much one of the highlights of her career is the collaboration she did with Lady Marmalade with Missy Elliott, which was like produced, written. She did with Maya, Christina Aguilera, Pink, and yeah, that was it, and including herself. So I grew up with Lil Kim. Okay, I grew up because I was born in 1992. So I grew up with Lil Kim. I grew up at a time where Lil Kim was, you know, she was thriving. I mean, Lil Kim, she's one of the illest rappers of her time. Alongside with Missy Elliott, alongside with Eve, alongside with Foxy Brown, alongside with Queen Latifah, alongside with MC Lyte, alongside with Lauryn Hill. I mean, come on, the list goes on, people. So it's like Kim, pretty much, she stood out. Like, she did not follow trends. She always was creative, and like I said, she was into fashion. And Kim is known for her fashion. She's known for her different styles and different creative looks. And seriously, all that shit that she did, like, she got with the right people, she got with the right team, the right makeup artist, the right hairstylist, and they got her snatched, and she slayed the red carpet. Like, in the early 90s and late 2000s, early 2000s, and even still, like, after. But I would say, look at, like, the early 90s, late 90s, and the early 2000s. That's when Kim was, like, fucking killing the game. I mean, Kim pretty much made a statement. Like, she made a statement for people to be bold, to take risks, not be afraid to show off your artistic abilities. And it seems like nowadays people still want to not discredit Kim, because I've seen, you know, Lil Kim fans. Well, I'm a Lil Kim fan too. But it's like we're sick and tired of people not giving her credit where it's due, because, you know, like I said, I mean, if you look at now, some of the artists now, that's why I said some of the artists that are emerging now, you can see how they had taken bits and pieces of artists from the last generation, and some of them have acknowledged them, some of them haven't, some of them are still trying to find their way who they are, but you'll see the influence. And Lil Kim, you'll see her influences. I don't care. I mean, hell, Kim is whatever to you, but since y'all want to talk bad about her, how the way she looks 24/7, instead of acknowledging her presence, instead of acknowledging her contribution, instead of acknowledging the fact that this woman broke down barriers for people to be who they are. Like, you pretty much is worried about what she looked like. Oh, look at her face. And you know, people love to come at her looks. But I'm going to tell you something. I don't care. Lil Kim, she can look whatever she look like, okay? I'm still going to be bumping to her shit. I don't care. I'm a fan. I don't care. Honey, she can look like fucking Pink with polka dots, green and stripes. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, her music is what matters. Like, y'all come at her the way she looks. Like, I know it was it was like a couple weeks ago. People, like, she posted some pictures on her Instagram. And they was like, oh, Lil Kim, did she bleach her skin? And I'm like, okay. So I looked because I was like, what? Like, she bleached her skin? But people was like, yeah, she bleached her skin. She's trying to be white and stuff. I think it was the wrong makeup. Because Kim does, like I said, like Kim, I mean, I'm just saying the way she looks. I know it throws people off. But, you know, Kim, we already know she had surgery. We already know she's had, like, numerous surgeries on her face. She has gotten work done. But that does not take away the fact of her talent. Her talent is what matters, people. Okay? It's what the main thing is, her talent, people. Okay? I don't care the way she looks. She can look a hot ass mess. I don't care. That's on her. But her talent speaks for itself. And then it was like, you know, oh, Kim, you know, she looks so plastic and she looks so fake and stuff. But I'm like, you know, if you really get the time to do research and do history of Lil Kim, you'll know where she come from. Because at the time, she came from an era where, you know, people were struggling. People were trying to make it on their own 2 feet. And I know she went through things in her personal life. Like, you know, her father never got along. They were always fighting and stuff. And he kicked her out the house at a young age. So she had to fend for her damn self. So she had to go out the street and find money and, you know, stay the night over with some friends. And, you know, hustle and stuff until she got on her feet. That was when she met Biggie too, because she was working. So she was working, she was hustling, she met Biggie, and Biggie gave her a chance to show her skills. And he was like, alright, I see this dope chick, she got bars, she can spit. Alright, she's cool, alright, cool. So let me see what we can do. And like I said, the rest is history. So yeah. And you know, her mom was struggling too, so she had to try to make ends meet and stuff. So her mom and then her brother too. So it was like, you know, at that time, you know, Kim was going through things. And also, she was going through insecurities because she thought she was ugly. She thought she was not beautiful. You know, I always thought Kim was a cute little thing. I thought she was, like, the cutest little thing. Like, she just was so freaking adorable. Like she had, like, that brown cocoa skin, you know. She just was so, like, full of life. And she was just, like, bubbly because people was, like, you know, knowing her, it was like, Kim, you know, people always picked on Kim and judged her, and they were jealous of her, like the girls were jealous of her, and they would be picking fights with her, and, you know, they would, like, you know, pick on her and stuff, but Kim whooped their asses and stuff. So Kim, she went head to toe, she went head to head with you. You mess with Kim, she be short, but she whoop your ass. So, yeah, Kim had to be tough, you know, she had to build tough skin, and it's like people, you know, they try to clown her on the way she looked, but listen, you don't know what people have gone through. Like, why are you wasting your time worrying about how somebody looks? Oh, just because somebody's not pretty to you or not beautiful to you, okay, fine. Like, but somebody else will think somebody else is pretty, or they look beautiful, or look the standard beauty. But it's like, that's why people need to embrace who they are and not give a fuck what everybody else think and keep it moving. And also, Kim, you know, she went through, like, and the guys she dated, they was like, oh, you're not pretty enough. Oh, like, you're not exotic. Or you don't look this or that. And Kim, it really hurt Kim. Like, it really crushed her. And it was like, you know, she felt like she was just nothing. Like, she didn't have no, like, she was just so torn down. And it's like, you know, and like I said, she dealt with domestic abuse. Guys would be beating her and stuff, and it was just so terrible. Like, and that's why I'm so fucking sick and tired of motherfuckers trying to act like, you know, they on some holier thou shit. Like, man, you're not perfect. We're not all perfect. We're all human beings, but it's like, don't be acting like, you know, you didn't have no insecurities. And then when you see somebody doing something for themselves, you want to just go out your way to turn them down. Like, I noticed, like, some people, like I said, I'm not calling nobody out, because I've seen people, like, doing a YouTube thing, like the YouTube channels, and I've seen people, don't get me wrong, I be lurking, okay? But I've seen how some people, it's almost like, you know, using the platform as negative, like tearing people down, like really like tearing people down that they don't know. Like, these people don't know you. Like, excuse me, I'm sorry. Why are you going out your way to tear them down? When you're on your ass, not doing nothing, or probably just waiting for somebody to say, oh, go do something. No, you gotta make things happen for yourself. But anyway, yeah. But back to Lil Kim. So yeah, Lil Kim, she's a trailblazer in hip hop and rap. She is a trailblazer. And Kim, so far, she released what, 4 albums of her career. She released her debut album, The Notorious Kim, La Bella Mafia, and The Naked Truth. My favorite Lil Kim albums, I would say La Bella Mafia, and I like The Naked Truth, and I like Notorious Kim. I haven't heard Notorious Kim from start to finish, but I like a couple of her records. And her debut album, I like that the Crush on You record. I love that. Everybody know that record. And that video, the visuals, like Kim, you saw her in different colors. Like, she had blue, she had yellow, she had red, she had green. Like, Kim pretty much just did her. That's why people love Kim, because not only did she just set herself aside from music, she set herself aside from fashion and style. So I see why we Lil Kim fans, like us Lil Kim fans, like, you guys, it's like, listen, you know, this woman has busted her ass. She worked all those years, and all she's getting in return is a fucking slap in the face. Like, y'all throw name on her, you're throwing dirt on her name. And like I said, so she did that, and then that was when we already know when she met Diana Ross at the MTV Award. No, I think it was the VMAs. She had on this purple, like, it was like I think the style was like more like a mermaid style, kind of like that mermaid purple style. But she had her hair, it was like straightened in a wig, and it was purple and sparkly. Her outfit, she was in the purple outfit, and then she had her one of her boobs, she had like a pasty, like a seashell pasty, and on one of her boobs, and it was so like dope and so fly. Like, she really nailed that outfit. And then Diana Ross, she got touched her boob, by the way. So that's just a side note. But yeah, so it was like so amazing to see, like, you know, one of your own people doing the thing, you know, and people acknowledging and recognizing one of your own. But as time, and I know as time went on, Kim, she still, like I said, she was getting her, you know, she was getting more opportunities presented. She was like acting. She's been in a number of, you know, movie roles and stuff. So she's been, like I said, with her music and balancing her acting career and balancing music. So you saw Kim as a multi-face individual. Like, and Kim, it's like, and the thing is with her, no matter what people say about her, oh, side note, the record, no matter what people say, no matter what they say, I think it's that. I love that record. But yeah, it's like, no matter what people say about Kim, Kim is still going to be loved, okay? I don't care if people hate Kim. I don't care. Kim is going to be loved. Kim is still loved by people that love her, that genuinely love her, not just to be like, oh, I like Lil Kim one day, and then I hate her the next day, and then I'm back on Lil Kim again. No, Beehive ain't for that shit, okay? Lil Kim fans are not here for the shit. And I personally, like I said, I've seen how the rest of Lil Kim fans, and shout out to Lil Kim fans, I'm doing this video for us, so you know we gotta hold it down for our queen. But I've seen, like, Seriously, I've been on my Twitter and I've seen how like Lil Kim fans, how Lil Kim like they go in, like we go in, and I say stuff too, because I be like, listen, you don't have to like Kim, but why are you going out your way to tear this woman down? Like people be like, oh, she's a has-been, oh, she's washed up, oh, she's a flop, but this same has-been, washed up, and flop is still being recognized by your fave or your faves, and I'm not gonna mention her name. She's not the only one, but you know, everybody know that story. Everybody, their mom and daddy and cousin and auntie and uncle and grandmama and granddaddy know about what happened with that. And that was when Kim, she, you know, like I said, she was released from prison because she was, like I said, she was in prison for like lying, for like witnessing, not like she was like, well, she like, they said like, oh, she lied about like she witnessed like a shootout at one the Hot 97 rail stations or some shit, and it was like, well, Kim was lying and whatever, so she had to serve a year. And during that time, I remember she did her reality series Countdown Lockdown, and I was tuning in every single week to see what was gonna happen, and it just showed how strong and how perseverance come through. Like, you know, don't let things knock you down. Get back up. Be a champion, you know. Come through. You know, don't let stuff like that. And I've seen like Kim, you know, this is when it was a very vulnerable time for Kim, because people are so used to Kim being like hardcore and badass and not giving a fuck. But at the end of the day, she's a human being. At the end of the day, she has, you know, emotions. She has family. She has friends, people that love her, that genuinely care about her. And I saw her crying, and Mary J. Blige is one of her close friends, because her and Mary go way back, and also Missy Elliott's one of her close friends, Diddy's one of her close friends. So she was going through that. Like, I saw like the vulnerable side of Kim. I was like, wow. Like, she was still a regular human being. She liked getting her hair done. She liked getting her nails done. She would be cracking jokes with her family, her brother, because her and her brother are close, and her mom, you know. And it's like, yeah, because, you know, Kim is a human being. But y'all mofos are so worried and concerned about, oh, she'll never make another record. Oh, this artist done took her spot. And you already know some motherfuckers was at that time after she got out of prison. That was when it all started. And y'all mofos know what I'm talking about. It all started, and like they said, all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. And I mean, you know what I'm talking about. So it was like after she was released from prison, all hell started breaking loose because another rapper who she did influence, I'm not going to mention her name because I know Lil Kim fans know, I know, we know, but it's all good, and I'm not going to mention her name because this is about Lil Kim. But Kim was going tick for tack with this person, back and forth with this person, and then you had some of these ignorant mofos jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, this person gonna take Kim's spot. Oh, well, Lil Kim, she was dissing this person. Lil Kim's always bitter. Oh my God! And this is the thing. People, for some reason, Kim is considered bitter. For some reason, and it's almost like it's annoying because Kim, to me, she never been the type of person to be like malicious to someone or jealous of someone. I think it's the other way around. And I think most of the time it was always like that. Now, if she would have been, and I know she had her immature, you know, episodes where she was immature, but I think she tried to, you know, talk it out and work things with you. But it was almost like, oh, Kim is so bitter. Oh, Kim just got released from prison. Where's Kim's records? Oh, what was she doing? Oh, why she ain't putting out no more albums? Where's her album? Where's her name on the charts? I mean, check the credits. She's been there, done that. I'm just saying. But during that time, that was when everybody jumped on the back. That was like, damn. I was like, you know, everybody was like, oh, Kim, she's a has-been. She's jealous of another rapper. Oh, she'll never be relevant. I'm like, and y'all always throw that word relevant. But to be honest, I think being relevant is like doing stuff behind the scenes, and then when your time comes, it comes. Like, you don't have to, like, to stay relevant, you gotta be consistent. But it's like some people be throwing that word around, and especially certain artists that bust their ass and bust their chops. that made sure they made something out of themselves, but was like, well, they're not relevant because, you know, they're not keeping up with the generation, the current generation. And I keep telling people, I said, listen, this generation is different. This is a whole new generation, okay? This is a whole new generation. So for you ignorant mofos want to claim that Kim isn't relevant, then okay, how come when you see other people or other artists have mentioned her in their mouths, okay, they say, oh, Lil Kim, she inspired me. Oh, Lil Kim, I acknowledge what she's done in music. Oh, Lil Kim, she's the queen bee. Oh, I grew up listening to Lil Kim when I was little. Oh, Lil Kim, I like how Lil Kim, when she slayed on that red carpet, when she was wearing da-da-da such and such. Yeah, she's not relevant. So she's not relevant, but yet people still talking about her. I've seen artists like, other rapper artists, like I know, who else said? I know other rappers, like I know Iggy Azalea have said, like, well, she also said Missy Elliott too. She said Lil Kim, she grew up with Lil Kim and Missy Elliott. I've heard plenty, I mean, that's what I'm saying for an example. So it's almost like if Lil Kim is not relevant, then why are you still mentioning her? Then you need to start making her relevant if she's not relevant, but you still mention her, and then you still talk about, well, you know, she need to stop doing, she need to stop doing. It's like, honey, bye. Who are you to tell somebody to stop doing what they doing? They like to do the shit to the day they depart this damn earth. They gonna do it. God, I'm just saying. But it just gets on my nerves. It's like, what are you doing with your life? Are you doing anything productive? Are you doing anything? But that's the thing. It's almost like, you know, Lil Kim, it's like, you know, for a couple years, people have been giving her a hard time. They've been giving her a hard time and trying to give her a hard time, but she still stands. She still stands tall. She still stands proud, and she's the queen bee, and she don't give a shit. And she's going to address to your ass. And also, like I said, and what I mean by addressing to your ass, people, like I said, they mention Kim for a reason. Because Kim is talented and she can rap her ass off. She has bars. She has punchlines. She can switch up her flow. Okay? That's why Kim is one of the illest rappers. Because Kim studied the art of rap. Kim studied. She studied when her and Junior Mafia and Biggie, when they were together and they was creating rhymes in the studio and rapping. Biggie would push Kim. He would motivate her. Well, you need to start sounding this way. You need to start sounding that way. He was giving her constructive criticism. All right, Kim, this is what you need to do. You need to do your flow like this. You need to do your flow like that. Just knock them dead. Knock them dead, Kim. And every time she knocked these motherfuckers dead to the damn ground. She did that. Alright, and then it was like, and then Kim was like, another thing was some people be talking about, well, Kim never wrote her rhymes. Yes, Kim did write her bars. And people love to claim, well, Kim didn't write her stuff. Biggie wrote her stuff. And it was always like, that's what I'm saying, like the double standards. Like, why is it that with women, people act like women can't do nothing? Yeah, like women can't even like own or run a corporate business. But that's how ignorant. It's like, are you serious? Anybody with a mindset, with an ambitious mindset, they're going to find the resources. They're going to utilize those resources. They're going to get people on their team, going to be consistent and be proactive and going to make things happen for them. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're a man or you're a woman, or you're a woman or you're a man, or you're gay or you're bi, or you're lesbian, or you're transsexual, transgender. I don't care who you are. You have a mindset and you are ambitious and you want to do something with yourself. You have the right to do so. Okay? I'm sick and tired of people always saying, well, I don't see this person doing this. Alright then, but don't be calling yourself trying to act like that you sold for them, or you think you're for this person when you're not. Sit your ass down somewhere and focus on your life. Okay? Alright. But yeah, so people will be like, oh, well, Kim don't write her raps. Kim don't write her rhymes. Oh, like Biggie wrote all her raps. Like, I think maybe well, I mean, I really think I know Kim wrote most of her stuff. I think Biggie just helped her with like learning how her flow, her punchlines, because and of course Kim and Biggie, they was in a relationship. They was in a publicly, relationship, and like I said, but yeah, nah, man, Kim wrote her stuff. Kim be, right, and also when Kim in her records, she talked about being liberated, being who you are as a woman, expressing yourself as a woman. It's okay to express your sensual side. It's okay to express your aggressive side. It's okay to say, listen, I am in control. You can't control me, so I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. And that's the thing what people love about Kim. Kim talked about whatever, whenever, however, and she just talked about real stuff. And it's like, even Kim said herself, it's been like people be trying to like, try to run over on her, and then when she called them out, that's when they get all salty. But no, like when you phony from the beginning, that's it. And this is the thing what I liked about Kim, because she saw people that was not there for her. It seemed like they was there for her at first, but she found out later that they were being phony and they were stabbing behind her back. And that's why Kim is like, listen, don't ever be friends with your enemy. You got people jealous of you. Keep them whack motherfuckers out. You be on your own lane and you keep it moving. Cause I tell you how people be coming at Kim talking about, well, Kim, she's the jealous one, she's the pressed one, but obviously it's not. I mean, she's one of the most known rappers, period. One of the most coldest, illest rappers, period. There's no doubt about it. Like, I know if I mention who Lil Kim is, people gonna know. Ding, ding, ding. They gonna know. They're going to know. And for the ones who don't know who Lil Kim is, and I'm not saying, and I'm not knocking nobody down. Like, because I know there's some people that they didn't grow up listening to certain artists. And I said this before, this is a different generation. But some people who haven't been exposed to Lil Kim, then you can go check out her songs. Go check out Crush. Check out all, like, Crush on You. Check out the Junior Mafia when she was with them, and her and Biggie. Check out No Matter What They Say. Check out Put Your Lights Up. Check out I Came Back For You. Check out Jump Off. Oh, now that song right there, Jump Off, is my song. Because I like the trumpets. I like the melody and the hook. And I know that I remember that song came out, I was like, oh my God, Kim, like, she's back again. Like, she's slaying. And she was alright, dun, dun, dun. Like, the horns. I mean, in that record right there, it was just so, like, different. It wasn't what it was out on radio. But it was almost like I said, with the visuals, it's like you saw Kim in her element. You saw Kim in her prime. Kim was on beast mode. Kim took it to beast mode. Like, Kim, you saw her fashion, you saw the wigs, you saw the fur coat, you saw her jeans, and she was just like this fly, badass chick, like saying, yo, we about to head on up to this party. Let's party, people. Let's party. Got some folks that I know, so we can party, have a good time. And it's almost like Kim, it's like people be like saying, we trying to portray her as like this bad person, like she's the one who's jealous, but she's jealous and bitter, because they love throwing that word, bitter. They say that she's bitter. But if you saw her freaking visuals, like, she always been like, oh, I'm just here to have fun. I'm just here to have a good time. I'm just here to hang out with my girls and hang out with my boys, and we're just gonna have a party. That's it. I didn't see anything like, oh, I'm better than you. I mean, in a way, of course, you gotta have confidence, because she did say in her raps, like, no one will be her. There will never be another her. She's the blueprint. She's the reason why people still mention her name. And she's the reason why people, like I said, they look up to her. And we already know what happened during that time after she got out of prison. And we already know she was going head to toe with this person. And it was this record. We already know. Dun 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 dun. I don't have to say it. Cause I know. I know Lil Kim's gonna be like, if they see this video, they gonna be like, mm-hmm. Like, girl, mm-hmm, we know. But she was just going in, like, and even that record, when she had that record out, she did Black Friday. So when she put out Black Friday, the mixtape, she was just going in. She was like, listen, y'all, people not gonna disrespect me. I'm the original one. I'm the one. I'm the reason why you need to, like, you know, slow your roll, chill out. And that's what she was saying in that record. Like, she was just going in that record. She was on beast mode. I mean, when I saw the video, I was like, whoa. She was all like dark and gloomy. And it was like Freddy Krueger type. It was like all dark and gloomy. And she was like, I had enough. And they was like, oh, before the record started, they was like, yeah, how do you think, you know, Kim, you know, she's out, you know, she's been killing the game, she's been slaying things, you know, but, you know, and Diddy at the time, you know, Diddy and her fell out at the time too. And they was like, nah, I love Kim, she always been my homegirl, we've been kicking it since day one, but I love this other person. And then this is what she said. She was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, oh, Lord, you done it. Like Diddy, you just did it. She was sick and tired of it. I was like, hey, listen, I don't blame her. Because I'm like that too. Like, you be like, that's enough. Like, she was like, okay. I mean, I really felt for her because everybody was going in on her. Everybody was like, oh, you know, she's a has-been. And I'm like, no. No. She's not a has-been. I mean, she's not. I mean, to me, she's not a has-been. But anyway, yeah. And also, like I said, yeah, and Kim, like I said, she branded, you know, she marketed herself as a, you know, like I said, as a entertainer, as an entrepreneur. She did like Skechers. I think she did something like on the Skechers sneakers. It was like a shoe brand that she did like on Skechers, and she also did the video game for Fight for New York. Like, I love video games. She was she played herself on the video games Fight for New York. So yeah, it's like, you know, Kim pretty much, I mean, no matter what people say about Kim, and I'm just saying, no matter what people say about you, you're gonna still have haters. You're gonna still have haters. You're gonna still have haters. And it's almost like Lil Kim, I would love for Lil Kim to release a new album. Like, well, she's already in the process of releasing a new album. So she's trying to, you know, make sure everything is right before she releases it. And, you know, however she's gonna plan on doing it. Because I'm telling you, man, you know, I just think that Kim, I know she's going to do, I mean, she's already slaying. But I think, my thing as a Lil Kim fan, and this is going to be constructive criticism to Lil Kim, because I love you so much, and I respect you, and you're doing your thing, girl. But I would suggest that don't get so caught up in, like, just trying to keep up with this generation. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, Kim, you know, I'm just saying, like, just do you. Whatever's in your creative mind right now, whatever is going in your mind, in your head right now, just, like I said, do a vision board, write stuff down, write on a notebook. If you're on tour, I know you be on the tour bus, so just write, or just jot down notes, like what you want to do, what you want to talk about in this new album, because it's been a while, sis. It's been a while since you released an album. The last album you released is The Naked Truth, which I love that album, by the way, because I love it. But I think Kim, and on behalf of Team Lil Kim and all your fans that love you so much and we go hard for you, I would suggest that you just take your time with this album. Don't rush. You will know as time goes on. You'll be able to put everything together because all the stuff you've been through, your life experiences, the things that you've been through, you'll put into this new album. But this is what I like about artists. I like when people, they put their personal experiences and they put that into their album, and it makes sense. Because I'm telling you, Kim, like I said, she grew up differently. And from the beginning, you know, she grew up, like I said, she didn't have much. You know, her family, they was working from paycheck to paycheck. They had to maintain their ground. They had to, but that taught her to work hard and go after it and remain humble. See, and that's the thing. And I know Kim, she never had this thing like she had a big ego, which people love to say, oh, she got a big ego, but no, she does not. No, she has confidence and she knows what she knows, okay? She's blunt. She'll tell you straight up front. She's the type of person, she'll laugh with you. Y'all laugh and stuff, but she gonna let you know, like, you're not gonna run over me. You're not gonna disrespect me. You're not gonna take advantage of me, because I'm not with that stuff. That's just how it is. And that's just how she always been like that. She always had that mentality. That's why she didn't call herself, you know, be fake with people or be phony with people. She kept her close friends with her. She did not stray away. She always kept her close friends and family with her. She always did that. She always maintained that. She always was grounded and disciplined in that. Because she didn't let these salty, phony, ignorant, hating, undercover, snake motherfuckers like come at her like, you know, be like, oh, you know, oh, Kim, you know, I love you, and the next thing they hate, but it's like, nah, man, like, if you don't like somebody, you just don't like them. Just keep it moving. But that's the thing. And then with Kim, it's almost like now, I'm telling you, I just think that, you know, Kim, girl, sweetie, honey, queen, beloved, dearly beloved, just take your time with this album, okay? Just take your time with this album. Figure out where you want to just figure out what you want to do and execute it, and also get the right people behind you. And I see things are coming for you. I see things are like, it seems like everything is like right now, smooth right now, because you and Diddy and the Bad Boy family, y'all have your tour, everything right now. Okay, cool, and I like, that's good. But I think with this new album, you just gonna have to like come through, you know, because you know you just gonna, like I said, and you don't have to like break your neck for anybody. No, you just do what you do and do what's best. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I would love to say some more about Lil Kim. I mean, I know it's been like, what, 40 something minutes, but yeah, I just want to be able to, like, I was just thinking about Kim, and like I said, any artists I think about for a while, I'm just do a video, and like I said, share my thoughts and share my opinions. Yeah, I may do another Lil Kim video in the future. So whenever like the artists that I love, I'll do more than one video, and I'll see, you know, yeah. So that's all I want to say, guys. Just hit me up on my channel. It's been like a busy week and stuff, so yeah. But I just stay tuned for the next video, and yeah. Alright, subscribe to my channel below, and I'll holler at you later. Love ya. Peace.